What would you do if after putting all your effort, bringing all the results possible, during appraisal, your manager says to you that you can get good appraisal, but they do not see a leader in you. They give you an individual contributor role, but they're not willing to give you a role in which you can lead and manage people. That is quite disappointing, especially when you have more than 10 to 12 years of experience. You want to lead, you want to prove your leadership to somebody, and organization do not give you that. What will you do? Well, you can get frustrated, you can blame, or you can work on yourself. Let me introduce to you one of my clients. He was struggling with a similar error. What he was facing was, he was working extremely hard. Company used to recognize him for all his effort. He was a great individual contributor. But when it comes to leadership, the management was not finding a leader in him. And he was quite disappointed because in the last appraisal, his salary was really good. He was happy with his salary. But he was always worried about, man, I want to lead. I want to go to the next level. Where am I lacking? And when we start working together, first step of mine is to do his psychometric assessment and find out where he stands. And after doing that assessment, what I found was he was a combination of precisionist. He was actually a precisionist. It has a combination of direct. He was a combination of compliance, which is more or less analytical mindset. And he was not that good in relationships. So when it comes to work, he was very precisionist. You cannot find an error in his work. That was his strength. But when it comes to building relationship, he used to find it is a waste of time. So he was never building bonds and relationship with people. And delegating was big pain for him, because if he believes if things has to be done right, it has to be done by me. That was his mindset. And with this, he could not lead. So I started making a proper program for him. The first 2 to 3 months, we started working on a simple concept. Let us understand how to relate with different personalities. So I gave him total 5 things in the first quarter. First thing was how to understand and relate with different personalities. Second, how to identify what is the driving factor of the people so that you can work with them based on their drive. Third, understanding the emotions of people around and your emotion as well. And fourth, building relationship with people. And the fifth one is working extra mile. Now, working extra mile was never a problem because he used to love his work. But these 4 parameters were missing. So once I started working with him, so first I explained to him, because you are a precisionist, you want to go in detail. Your management may not want that many details. They are okay to get a bottom line. They just want to talk about results. So talk as a leader. Give the data the way they want, not the way you understand. It was a big paradigm shift for him, because whenever he tried to give data to somebody, he will give all the details. And people are not excited to listen to the detail. Same thing was coming when he was working with his subordinates. He used to expect some extreme precisionist, and he was getting angry. These were really impacting his performance as a leader, but as an individual contributor, that was okay. Then I started explaining to him, just because you are a precisionist doesn't mean that everybody will be a precisionist. Some of them may have a different strength. And based on that, I started telling him, this is the way you start working with your juniors. This is the way you start working with your team member. And in 2 to 3 months, he started understanding that. So in 3 months, the outcome was this. He was quite good in understanding people. And then I started telling him the importance of building relationship. It is not only work. Remember this. You may say it politics. You may say it, soup policing. You may say it whatever term you want to use. But in my language, the only thing is, those who cannot build relationship, they cannot succeed far in their life, no matter who you are. You have to build relationships. Your relationships will decide your future. That's it, period. Doesn't matter how much of hard work you do. So once he started understanding this, intentionally he started dedicating some time for building people. He was actually boycotting all the events, networking events for which the company was organizing. And I said, this is important. Start building relationships with people. I gave him certain formulas that you apply these formulas, how to connect with people, how to go to the next level. And it impacted him. And from next quarter, I started working on his emotional intelligence, because he was lacking 6 components of emotional intelligence out of 20. And once he started working, in 8 months, he was really at the peak of his potential, and things started improving. In fact, his manager and the client started seeing changes in them. They started seeing the result in them. And not only that much, they started giving him leadership. Though he was not promoted to that level, at least he started getting those levels where people started reporting to him indirectly, and he started taking responsibilities. It doesn't matter finally, next 6 months or 8 months, he will be promoted anyways. The day you know how to lead people, how to work with them, how to connect with them, nobody can stop your promotion. If you are one of them who is really working hard, you get all the things, but people do not see a leader in you, then let me tell you, it is a learnable skill. Do not waste your time further. Drop me a message. Let me help you out. There is a potential in you. Only thing is you are not able to see it right now. And with a coach, you can unleash your full potential. I'm looking forward to have a virtual coffee with you, and let's work together to find out the best version of yourself. It was great talking to you. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much.